Hello and welcome to another Raggy's review. So today it's a wine review, and I've got the camera slightly higher and it's pointing down the way, slightly different look to proceedings. So tonight we're going to be reviewing 19 Crimes. There we go, there it is. I'll crack it open, and I'm notoriously crap at corks, so this could either go well or it could either go absolutely shocking. So yeah, not a massive fan of cork wine. And here we go. So oh dear, oh there we go. It actually worked all right in the end. So here we go. Not a wine glass, as you can tell, but it looks good in the glass anyway, regardless. Who cares what bloody glass you drink it out of? So 19 Crimes, red wine from southeastern Australia. A liquid ode to our past. 19 Crimes is inspired by those who, beginning in 1788, were transported to Australia for a life of hard labour. Many did not survive the journey. For the sea-beaten people who made it ashore, a new world awaited. As pioneers in a harsh frontier colony, they forged fresh pathways and built new lives from their checkered pasts, brick by brick. This wine honours the history they wrote and the culture they built. (13.5% ABV). And yeah, a big thank you to Heather, whose garden I used to look after. She's now moved to, I think it's Wiltshire. One or two gardens side by side who I looked after for a long while. I think 4 years for Heather and 6 years for Sheila, whose garden I still look after. And you know, Sheila must be late 80s now, and she's as fit as a fiddle, drives a car, 100% got the marbles, you know, and a really nice person. And Heather in her 60s, again, really nice person. Helped me through, both helped me through a tough period of my life. And obviously doing the gardening, making their gardens look amazing, and then obviously it's helped me buy some beers along the way, so it's all good. So here we go. Obviously it's a lovely dark red pour, in a Welbeck Abbey Brewery glass, yes, and yeah, not sure if that says third of a pint. Oh, can't be half a pint, can't be. It's not that. Half a pint to the line. No, where is that half a pint? There's tons left in the bottle. Anyway, let's crack on. Oh, that is a divine fruity beer. Lovely dark fruits, plums, and I'll say, it's dark fruits. There's a nice dryness on the back end from this. It's been in the shed, so it's not room temperature. You know, you would want to have this at room temperature and then let it breathe as well. It looks dead weird talking up to the camera instead of at the camera. I might have to put the camera back down tomorrow to its normal thing, But in the kitchen, it's perfect. You know, if I'm stood up, it was perfect. But I don't like it looking up to the camera. Although you can see the Raggy's Madhouse and the Raggy's Tap Room sign as well, so that's good. Oh. Oh. Say this, it's I can feel it on my eyes. It's been a good weekend. I mean, I've been off since 12 o'clock Friday, and I'm not going back till Tuesday, so a relatively long weekend. It didn't even start till Wednesday this week, so I've literally done 2.5 days work last week. This week I'll be doing possibly 4 days work. Still trying to get my loo time in and trying to get rid of my loo time before the end of the year. So, and then it all starts from afresh, and then I can just build it up as I like. And I like building the loo time up because it enables me to take days off whenever I feel like, really, and then save me holidays for when I want time off from a holiday. But sometimes at work there's a need to work an extra hour or 2 hours, and you know, more for me than and the job obviously, but for me to get things done whilst looking at the weather and hoping that the weather starts getting warmer, because we at the moment in the UK we're going through some crap cold weather. I don't know what they say about bloody global warming. Well, I work outside and I don't see any flipping global warming. We might not get some of the hard frosts we used to get, but the temperatures are cold. I've had a lot warmer winters and springs than this. Yeah, so I don't always believe some of the crap that they put on you know, out in the open in the world. Don't believe it. Simple as that. So, I've just put a new brew on tonight, Best Bitter. So looking forward to that. I'm using the channel has gone in a multitude of ways. I've come away from spirits and pretty much probably Irish cream liqueurs, but they're what I like drinking, so I think I'll still review them. But a lot of the stuff, it's like spirits, even wines, I've come away from wines for the most part. I do want to get back into wines, because wines, a little bottle of wines is cheap as a bottle of beer, and in some ways better ABV as well for what you get. Well, yeah, a lot better ABV. And I'm thinking if I can get the deals on the wines, I may do that. But we go out drinking now so regular that I'm only doing now, instead of doing 4 beer reviews a day, which I was doing at one stage, I'm literally down to 2 or even 1 beer review a day now. So the channel has changed, and for a lot of people it's easier to catch up with, because there's the length of the content is actually so much more smaller now, and still I struggle with time. I think that's because I'm doing more people's gardens and I haven't got the physical free time to do whatever I want to do these days. That is an immense wine. When we look at wines from a beer drinking perspective, a wine, 750ml wine, 13.5%. If you pay 13-14 quid for an Imperial Stout that's of a similar ABV, you can get a bottle of wine for, say, £8 and lower. And you think to yourself, bloody hell, why? Why is the duty so high on one but not the other? Just beg that question. Is it government? Is it greed? I mean, you hear craft beer breweries closing down all the time, but what are they doing wrong? Because there are lots of breweries that I see are flourishing. Yeah, so breweries that I've done collabs with, like Alter Ego, they're doing really well. Tap rooms open like literally every Saturday now. It was once a month, but they've decided to open every Saturday, and obviously the support from the beer world has been amazing, and I need to get my backside over again and pick up his latest beers and you know, get them direct and see what they've got that I haven't got. It's amazing how time flies though. I mean, it's already nearly the end of April, and the year is going like that. And you know, it's alright if you've got lots of money and that, but for most people that live, you know, week by week, it can, saving up for birthdays, Christmas and so on and so forth, can be difficult. I mean, I've not seen my brother, I've not spoke to him for months and months and months. And do you know, I kind of come away from that family thing. Got my own children, my own grandkids. And as for a lot of the family, don't see them from one iota to the next. And none of them are interested in what you've got to say. And I've even stopped posting on Facebook. I've just kind of gave up with it. And in some ways, family, even though you're born into a family, I see more of my friends than I do my family. I see more workmates for obvious reasons there. But certainly friends, we've got friends that we meet on once a week or sometimes go away on holiday with. And, you know, they're our life. They're what we get on with. And we've chose to get on with them. And we get on extremely well as well. And it's funny how you go through life and you have friends and that they move on. Sometimes they move on, and it's that same bloody fly from the other night. There must be a nested little shits in here. Fucking mildew. Kill the bloody thing in a minute. But you move on from people, and I've had friends over the years now that I don't, you know, our paths have gone in fully different circles, and I don't really know them anymore. There are some friends you bump into, you've not seen for years, straight away. It's like you met them yesterday. There are other friends that you bump into and there's an awkwardness. And you just realise that you've got nothing, no, you know, no, there's nothing there. I dare say when I bump into, and there's some people that you'd like to bump into, but you never bump into, you never come across them because your paths in life don't cross. in some ways it's like old girlfriends that you used to have from a bloke's perspective. And I've never met any of them ever, not one. So the world, you know, in some ways it's a funny world, isn't it? There's people that you never come across. I mean, obviously on Facebook and that, you get friends. Social media, you'll get friends, and you'll come across them more so. And then there's others you just don't see year in, year out. I mean, at one stage I was going out and meeting Liam and Shane from Mansfield. They were coming to Nottingham, and we hadn't done that for a year or so. It's been a long while. Yeah, it's funny how we go off on trajectories and we don't cross paths. It is funny. Anyway, I'm having a nice old time drinking this, reviewing it, and being rather chilled out, to be honest. Yeah. So, and there's still loads left in the bottle. Oh, I see a sneaky trip to the shed coming up. I do see dog shit reviews coming back on the channel. I do. Because in some ways, I'd rather come out in the back garden with a dog. I can see what she's doing from the whole way of the garden, and letting her walk round and letting her do a wee and a poo in the garden. Letting her put her smells on the back garden, because that might keep the cats away. We seem to be getting inundated with blooming cats being cheeky and digging up my garden. So I'd rather that she put her smells down, so that warns other animals to keep away. The only good thing about the front's a lot warmer than the back. So yeah, and that's at most times of the day. So a lovely purple tinge on this. It's a fantastic bottle of wine. Based on the 1800s real events. And yeah, you know, for people to be sent there for hard labour, do you know, we in this country need to change. And when people are convicted of crimes that is absolutely 100%, there's no fucking way of knowing that, you know, it can't be anybody else, especially with today's technology, then hard labour, work till you die, because you've killed somebody. Why should you sit in a prison, have a nice life, getting your bread, you know, getting your dinners and all that? No. Hard labour, yeah? Send them to the fucking... And this is where, like, the Africa thing is actually not a daft idea in some ways. Sending them to some country that's, you know, if the threat is there to send, and not that I agree with the Tories, I think they're a bunch of wankers, but if the threat is there to send people, like the threat of capital punishment, hanging, it's like a nuclear weapon. The threat, you've got a nuclear weapon. The chance that some idiot's going to come against you is a lot less, because they know if somebody presses that button that you're going to wipe out a city. And that threat, you know, stops things happening. normal times anyway. Not at the moment. It seems like they're all goading each other's for that. Iran are goading Israel and Russia, and oh flipping heck, the world's crazy at the moment. But anyway, I've really enjoyed this. I've had a good chat. It's like one of the old Raggy's Beer reviews when I just talk rubbish and go off on tangents. I feel these days I just literally ain't got the time. It's just life. Life is busy. Can't do it all, you know. I dare say at some stage it will calm down. But life is more busy now than it's been for a long, long time. And for the most part, it's ultra positive, most of it. I do positive work. I've got a good relationship with the wife and family. Yeah, it was shit. You know, I try not to let the shitty things in life bother me. And I've no time for any of it. No time. As for the wine, really enjoyed this. Big thank you to Heather for dropping it off. That was like a leaving present, so it means a lot to me because yeah, I developed that garden, and I'll be sad if the new owner of the house lets it go to shit. It's one of these who does a garden once every 3 months and wants it looking perfect, and it's like, you should have had it done every 2 weeks, duck. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see if I get a mention this week. I will give Sheila a message and say, how's a new neighbour, and see if she spoke to her yet. Yeah, let's hope she's got a good neighbour. I'm not a funny bunny, because you never really know with people. But anyway, cracking wine. Would I drink it again? Yes. Love the fruitiness and the dryness of it. Yeah, and the ABV for certain. Out of 5 for me, if I'm gonna give it a score, I'm really not happy these days with giving scores to beers or wines because it's so subjective. I enjoyed it, and I think that's where we're going to go from there. You know, I enjoyed it. I'd drink it again, and you know, that to me is a sign that, you know, you want to. Yeah. Thank you for watching. See you soon.